In February 2026, the U.S. launched joint strikes on Iran. Before you accept the official story, there are questions the mainstream media refuses to ask. The evidence behind them is documented. Trump told New York Magazine in 2002, on the record, "I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side." Flight logs submitted in Maxwell's 2021 federal trial showed Trump flew on Epstein's jets 7 times. These are not allegations, they are evidence entered in federal court. Virginia Giuffre was recruited as a teenager from a job at Mar-a-Lago. Social Security records confirm her employment there in 2000. She was 17. She did not accuse Trump of wrongdoing, but the question is, what did the owner of that club know and when? Epstein's 2008 federal prosecution had a 53-page indictment, dozens of victims. FBI agents told investigators they would put him away for life. Then, U.S. Attorney Acosta buried the federal case with a secret plea deal, 13 months, work release, and illegally concealed it from victims. A judge later ruled their rights had been violated. Journalist Vicky Ward reported that when Acosta was vetted for Trump's cabinet, he explained the deal. He had been told Epstein belonged to intelligence and to leave it alone. Acosta denied this under oath. He still got the job. Then tried to cut human trafficking enforcement funding by 80%. Ghislaine Maxwell's father, Robert Maxwell, was buried on Jerusalem's Mount of Olives in 1991. At his funeral, the Israeli Prime Minister, the Israeli President, and at least 6 serving or former heads of Israeli intelligence. The British Foreign Office had long suspected him of being a foreign intelligence asset. His daughter became Epstein's closest associate. His network became Epstein's network. Les Wexner, co-founder of the Mega Group, a billionaire network described by members as devoted to the State of Israel, handed Epstein a $77 million Manhattan mansion and power of attorney over his entire fortune, given to a man who, by every account, was not a real financier. Where did Epstein's actual power come from? Ehud Barak, former Prime Minister of Israel, former Chief of Military Intelligence, visited Epstein's New York townhouse more than 30 times between 2013 and 2017. This is in the DOJ files. Epstein paid the cancer treatment of Barak's top aide, a former Israeli military intelligence officer. All of this after the 2008 conviction. The relationship deepened after the crime. In 2020, the FBI's Los Angeles field office produced an internal memo released in the 2026 DOJ document dump. It quotes a confidential human source. Epstein was a co-opted Mossad agent, close to the former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Barak, and trained as a spy under him. This is an FBI document, not a blog post. That same memo states, Trump has been compromised by Israel. It names Jared Kushner in connection with influence networks. It alleges Dershowitz, Epstein's lawyer and Trump's lawyer, was a conduit between Epstein and Israeli intelligence. One man, 3 relationships, all in government documents. Trump promised the full Epstein files. His administration handed influencers binders of entirely public record. Congress had to pass a law just to compel partial release. Even then, fragments, redactions, delays. A president who promised transparency fought it at every step. Why? In Epstein's own emails, in the DOJ database, he wrote in 2018, "You see, I know how dirty Donald is." In 2019, he wrote that Trump knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. Trump has not been charged with any crime in connection with these claims. But the emails exist, and they are barely being reported. The president who flew on Epstein's jet, who hired the prosecutor that buried the case, whose son-in-law is named in FBI intelligence documents tied to Israeli influence, whose administration suppressed the files, is now waging war that benefits the same foreign government named in those FBI memos. The FBI memos are real. The flight logs are in evidence. The emails are in the DOJ database. The question journalism should be asking is this: When a sitting president has documented ties to a man credibly alleged by federal investigators to be a foreign intelligence asset, and that president is now waging war benefiting that foreign power, does the public not deserve a direct answer?